who's the only character that you can legally like use in a training mode.
Yeah,
so,
like come on now.
so
Already goes with
hopefully,
a heavy button.
yeah, okay. And we see just immediately just trying to use standing D. Yeah, Xeagas already just getting some really good basic confirms right there. Just trying to check with 2B, trying to check with far D, and doing a really good job just defending in, and great punish right there, but not able to close it out.
Not enough just yet. It's gonna break the throw right there and it's kind of backing off. Xeagas trying to get in a little bit, trading some space here. Box, so just playing out with that mid-range game. As you can see, you know, remnants of Brand from Mark of the Wolf there. But beautiful confirm from Xeagas here is gonna push him closer and closer to the corner now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. A little unfortunate. We've seen Xeagas try to be pressing and like try to control that space, but I think Hotdog Bogwater just going for the walk back, stand far C, and just trying to get those big wild punishes is going to be a really successful game plan, especially if Xeagas keeps just going in for these wild shoulder checks.
Yep, and you're getting thrown once around again. There is a sweep, got the knockdown tech forward, but blocking the hard edge right there. Yep, the other goes a heavy projectile. Not really good to use on block, what we can tell here, but a beautiful jump in, heavy to heavy, nicely done. Hot dog.
Yeah, Hotdog very like definitely showing those like SNK fundamentals, right? You're seeing these quick little dash hops, these just dash jump ins. Really trying to utilize those like hop check buttons, just like that. That far C is such a good tool.
Oh, it's so good. Like, it reaches really far. It covers a lot of the screen, similar to his far D as well, right? Like, he's got pretty meaty good buttons. Like, it's really hard to contest, but that is exactly what Xeagas is doing right here. They'll contest with the rev blow in action.
Yeah, and Xeagas has to be careful because they actually overheated right at the very end, and that was great recognition from Hotdog Bogwater to know, okay, as soon as there's a gap available, I'm just gonna press, and there's nothing that they can do about it.
No, you gotta hold that, my friend. The Dark Karate is about to put the work in. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot it's called Dark Karate.
I look, you gotta read what they say because sometimes it just be the funniest thing in the world. Like, reading the quotes after they're done with everything, it just makes you remember this is why this character, I like this character, or this is why this character is funny to me.
Yep.
It just creates a bond over it.
All right, so we'll see if Xeagas can like sort of like get the game to slow down into the pace that they've been looking for, right? I think they very clearly have both players have the same idea of like, okay, I just want to kind of like walk back and play that bigger whiff punish style game, but Kane just gets so much more reward for it in this matchup, seemingly from what we're seeing right here. You know, Hotdog Bogwater is really good at like positioning and just like screen spacing, trying to control what those 2-3-6s. But there we go, hit him with a sweep, so actually able to gain a little bit of control. Xeagas trying to get some early momentum.
Trying to get some early momentum, but it's gonna be going over the Hotdog Bomb right here. Never mind, I lied. There's the wild punish throw instead, and now Xeagas is kind of trying to be on the offensive here, moving a little bit carefully. Gonna get hit by 1 or 2 projectiles, but not too much. Yep, beautiful punish. Gonna get the corner now.
Yeah, not wanting to spend any of that meter early because they're waiting for that rev blow to come out. Instead, getting it, finds a nice little cross up, can't convert it, and accidentally got themselves in the corner for it.
Uh-oh, not looking too good for Xeagas right here. Never mind, not looking too good for Hotdog Bomb, but there is a dive kick, beautiful rev blow in exchange for that. How about that, my friend? But there's a DP instead. This is telling a beautiful story right now. One overhead, hard enough to get out the corner. Rev blow didn't cross up though.
Yeah, I think was expecting like them to try to like go for the neutral jump, but you've been seeing a lot, or even just try to DP and just get that rev blow to go through it. But Xeagas not, we get it loose right here. But Hotdog Bogwater coming in, already throwing them down in the SPG.
Ooh, and SPG gauge is pretty much something you want to be mindful of. Is literally the equivalent to a driving pipe, but not exactly the same. You kind of get what I'm saying here. Beautiful knockdown, gonna go for the but unfortunate whiff right there. I don't think that was intentional, but it's okay. There's a throw. Are we gonna see another one? Never mind. Bait out and punish. Okay.
Yeah, DPs are so risky in this game to use, like, as you would normally use them in a fighting game, right? DPs are very low damage and more as just kind of like a get off me tool inside of these gaps if they're looping pressure. Right. Because if you get the same amount of whiff punish as you do normally, but you deal so little comparatively. So Xeagas is sitting once again in an SPG. As Hotdog Bogwater got an early lead. Trades are going to go into their favor still.
It's kind of edging around right now, but backing off. Xeagas still in SPG. Can use Rebel at any given moment like that right there. But now Hotdog is also in SPG, and there it is from him as well. All right, going in right now, backing off. Rebel whipping up. Beautiful so far. Good defense.
Yeah, just staying very cautious, was trading with rev blows back and back, but Hotdog Bogwater is the one ready to get the big punishes right here, and is going to take this 2-0 over Xeagas.
Nicely done, nicely done. I can't lie, that had...
Yeah, we will have to see. Hopefully Blue's anime fundamentals can help him out over here, but Barbar already starting with that early aggression, getting the run-in, finding cross-ups, just getting a really good strike throw game plan, but Blue DPing out, not wanting to hold any of this.
Nah, I don't want to hold on to that either. And now we're on the counter hit defense here. Yep, getting opened up by Barber here. Beautiful defense and offense at the same time. But gets thrown instead. Now back throw incident time. Beautiful confirm.
Got caught off of doing like heavy fireball as meaty, thinking that they were going to try to go for back tech or roll, but instead getting their own roll toss at the very end. Blue staying patient and has these routes.
Yes, they do, and they got the damage on top of that too. Now we're in the mid screen here, blocking it out a little bit. There's a power wave, burn knuckle, but you punish, and beautiful defense and accurate watching from Blue 561.
Yeah, just I really like that patience that they had right there. Just like, okay, a burn knuckle is going to be coming through, whether if it's the EX or not or normal version of it, and just getting that neutral jump punish on it. But Barbar, even though despite getting punched on a couple times, not keeping out that pressure, trying to get in, finally finds it to connect. And now you're seeing some big damage.
Yep, easy and big damage comes pretty quick in this game. You open up one time, it's a wrap for you. But SNK games usually are like that. Killer's got that same feel as we get another burn knuckle with Blue in SPG mode, and they're not gonna be able to use it either. We're getting Terry to the corner here with a power geyser. Yeah,
that's a big thing on Barbar's game plan. What we saw off that first big hit that they got, they actually did it right before it put them into SPG. So no awakening available to them, and not being able to get the big results out of it, because as soon as they did, they hit him once more, put him into a bad situation, and Barbar able to take that round.
Yep, and the best part about like just defense as well, you can get some remaining health back as well. We did see a just defense earlier, but we're now seeing a cross up instead, and my guy is now in the mid screen here, getting pushed closer to the corner with a counter hit. There's a feint into pressure, and here we are at the corner.
Yeah. But Blue even like willing to just accept that feint's gonna come through, or deal with the burn knuckle as it connects, because they know that they just need one right read to lock him down to the corner and gain a ton of value.
And alley-oop, there it is, the rev blow, of course, nicely done. It's gonna jump up, cross up. Now we're fighting our way back to that corner here. It's gonna go for a lot of movement options now. There's a ground wave, but standing jab always comes through. Killer fundamentals showing try and true.
Yeah, Barbar did a really good job. Like you saw right there over the very end, going for just defend guard cancel into the rev blow, which is one of those things, like they talk about just defend guard cancel in the tutorial, but it's like yeah, you can cancel the special moves. Rev blow is considered a special move. You can cancel it into that. You can cancel it into like a lot of those different options that you have available. And you know, like Terry especially is one who has it can be very malleable on like how you want to be using it and whatnot. But Barbar recognizing the situation, knowing that's exactly what they needed to do to IB to create the gap and then blow him up.
Yep, and we're about to get blown up right now as we step on into this match here. Barbar sitting pretty comfortable. This is 1-1 at the moment. I'm not if I'm not mistaken. I almost said for sure, but we're gonna get ourselves a power knuckle to another one, and now we're at the point. Immediately Blue on defense. Here we go.
Yeah, and I actually like this as a note on Blue switching over to the last third for their SPG, because they've been finding themselves put into that situation more often than not, and then being able to scramble out of some situations. But Barbar knows, like, hey, as long as I keep calm and keep running my game plan, that's all I need to take these rounds, putting themselves 60 seconds away from moving on.
60 seconds starting off, as a matter of fact, goes in with a dive kick right there, but no dice, nothing to show for it. Good just defense, and you're gonna get another one. Nope, never mind. Instead, a fist to the face at the corner. What's it gonna be next?
Connecting with the burn knuckle does unfortunately put themselves into the corner, but we'll just DP out on our own end.
I like that. Blue is just holding back right now. Goes in with a dive kick. He's got a lot of time to just watch and just pay attention to what Barbar is doing. Barbar is still playing this very steadily, very cautiously, as a matter of fact, while keeping in mind projectiles as well as incoming approaches from Hotaru here. You see Barbar backing off. It's got that light leap. It's got to confirm.
But it's one of the things you might actually just be dead here, because we're going to be able to... Oh, we didn't build level 2 right at the very end, which gave Blue one more chance. We'll give them one more chance. Once again, finds a punish in SPG as well, so going to be able to cash out for a lot of damage here.
Yes, sir, and not to mention you are getting rid of that rev meter right there as well, so you got damage, rev meter, and you're fully reset. It's like a refreshing water taste, bro. That's exactly what that is. Don't drink Daesan.
Oh, no. Blue thought that they were going to block the jump in right at the very end and just went for a tick throw set right there. But unfortunately...
Nice, and there we go. See, I did it.
You gotta let it sync up a little bit, but both players immediately going for aggressive SPGs right here. Want to be able to try to get as much damage out the gate. And you're seeing Vicky just willing to take a little bit of damage, try to get through some of these rev blows, dealing with Aura's game plan, and going to be cashing out on them.
beautiful improvement on the combo before, because earlier in the lifespan of this beta, we were doing a little bit more simpler links, a little more rush down offense, but Vicky has definitely changed it up and has got some pressure with close B there, but there's a throw from Aura reversing the tide of battle, and here we go. Beautiful pressure so far, but jumps out. Vicky on a tear.
Yeah, still needs one more touch right here. One really big thing that I've noticed, yeah, just chip them out while you can. Something I've noticed on Vicky is they're actually going for like using the Rev Dash into Rev Shield. Just trying to act as sort of a functional, like closer to like a dash block that you see in other games. You see it right there once again. If they try to go for a quick tech into a mash or a DP, that you're going to block out of it, but also it cuts the distance a little bit shorter, so you can make sure you get these good timings down.
Yep, good timings indeed, but a wonderful timing from Aura instead. Never mind, DP into dive kick. Now we're at the corner into super. We're cashing now. Easy money. VickiViper takes it. Game 1, going up over Aura.
Yeah. And this is the kind of like aggression that you see Vicky bring in really every game they play, right? They're a very aggressive, like a W key warrior is a way that I would like to put them in. They just want to go in.
My knight.
Yep, they want to hold 6 the entire time until they get into your face, and then they're going to start pressing buttons. And like a character like Rock, unfortunately, doesn't like it can deal with that, but not as well as you see with other characters. So it's gonna be up to Aura to be like, okay, how do I deal with somebody who's just gonna try to like be super aggressive at me, right? Like you can try to go for like to walk back at the round, sort of backdash, but you might get caught by Vicky just going in even faster, trying to catch you with their own like their own shoulder tackle of their own.
Yep, yeah, 236A shoulder tackle is one of the many things that they can use to just kind of close that gap, and the C version goes far as even stronger on block. Not to mention Vox does have the access to an inversible DP, of course, like DP, as we'll probably miss here eventually, but Vicky already going in with the likes of close D right there. Gonna back off and get him out the corner just a tad bit. Good offense from Aura. Gonna get out now, just a little bit.
I like this from Aura, though. Just keep the momentum, try to go into their favor. Unfortunately, doesn't miss the meaty, and Vicky trying to schmix him up a little bit. It did end up working out.
There's the break pressure I was talking about a little bit earlier ago. Beautiful confirm into, level 2 EX, I'm sorry. There's a dive kick, though. Nice Rev blower, aiding out.
Yeah, and we're finding another big hit, but we don't have the EX meter extensions on it right there. So we'll just use a Rev blow to blow up Vicky's DP.
And it sounds like somebody's got the answer to VickiViper's crazy offense here, because ladies and gentlemen, Aura is still staying pride and true. Finally got one round up on the board, but Vicky, nice so far, is playing some mind games. Aura, as a matter of fact, press at some point, please.
Yeah, just trying to catch them, and then as soon as Aura tries to go for Rev Guard to push block them out, Vicky coming in with these grabs to blow it up. Can't even go for these falling JDs to connect right here, but Aura finds back throw, and now this is the chance for them to get the party started.
Never mind, the party is definitely started after that reverse DP, but instead we're getting more even crazier with Rev blow after earlier, but there's a super level 2, and I think this is gonna be pretty bad. You're dead here? Not yet, I lied. Sorry, chat.
No, I had to go for the light version off the Rev Guard for the quicker startup, so not going to deal as much damage, but trying to play an air game versus a character with a dive kick tends to not work in your favor, so Vicky is going to be sitting 1 health bar away from taking it, but Aura not out just yet, but needs to try to find a way to stop that early aggression.
Ooh, he's definitely trying to way to do so as well. Nice break pressure dashing in, but a beautiful back throw into wild punish. Oh, there it is. Never mind, I'm lying. All this pressure is happening, and of course, I can't keep up as we get another beautiful confirm from VickiViper. Gonna drag it all the way over to the corner. Get that bar meter as well. On top of that, we got offense and advantage. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, and Vicky once again doing just like we saw with what Barbar was doing, of just trying to lock them outside of SPG gauge for as long as possible. Did find a little bit of a clip to connect right here, but into the raging storm for Aura. That's going to allow them to tie it up 1-1.
Oh my god, and with 38 seconds on the clock nonetheless. Ladies and gents, boys and girls across the world, I say, not only am I a liar with not knowing what something kills, of course, right? I do that on purpose, but it is also the fact that we are witnessing beautiful, good gameplay in the sense of we know when to go on and off with offense and defense and seeing all those mechanics come into play. It all builds up to just greatness that you're witnessing. It's so peak. It's just peak.
Yep. It's absolutely peak right here. And hopefully we can see more peak coming up as soon as these players figure out, like, okay, how do I want to adjust my SPG, right? Like, because both of them have been we saw Aura start going for the first third at the beginning, but then shifted towards the last third for the second. So maybe they want to adjust that, keep it in the middle, because we saw them able to make a comeback even outside of that SPG range But Vicky might want to change it on their own. Nope, they're keeping the aggression. Both players staying the same as we saw it last round.
And I kind of like the idea from Aura to go for Anchor SPG only because it may benefit them when they're timed for offense and defense at the same time. But you would just have to be mindful that Vicky, once again, can kill you with a couple of hits. Not too many from Vox. Heavy hitting guy right there. It's going to push us to the corner. And now we got the close deconfirm. It's going to be pretty big damage. And I think we're not going to have that meter any sooner.
We're going to have it for a little bit, but one grab knocks him down right there, trying to rev blow out. Vicky not able to punish. Instead, we'll just come in with the rev blow our own and say, try and press. Try and stop me right now.
You would, ooh, you want to press so bad.
Yep.
No, you can't press. Sorry, buddy.
There, oh, that was, I don't think what they wanted to do, but Vicky not getting the big DP punish right there, so everything's safe for Aura, at least for now. Yeah, I'm trying to check it, but when you see that green flash, you know, it's the opposite of Street Fighter. So
Yeah.
you see the green flash, you want to throw, you don't want to try to press on them.
It's gonna hurt really, really bad, and we're gonna cash out with the hard line, red line, super instead here. It's not the hidden arts, and it's gonna be a pretty sick ender. I love to watch it. Yes, sir. But you're not dead though. I lied. See,
Yep.
I'm alive.
Yeah. Just a casual 16% right here, but that's why Vicky wanted that SPG in that first third, because they know that for those second rounds,
It's just accurately describing the character for you without having to get on it. Understandable.
But here we are, early going for the EX Fireballs, trying to catch MrRareBear for jumping up and now setting these orbs on top of them, allowing a pretty strong strike throw pressure and just trying to zone them out in the mid screen. But you have to be careful to not walk yourself back into the corner too much. RareBear trying to rev guard, but unfortunately it's not working out for them just yet.
Not just yet, matter of fact. And you know what sucks about this matchup for RareBear as well? He cannot really play the rushdown gameplay, tricky gameplay that Mai wants to, because again, Kine can play offense and defense as we with the throw, but back throw incident. RareBear now gotta put some offense on deck right here in order to keep JrJam out of the situation.
Yeah, you know, JrJam might need a doctor after this if MrRareBear can get out. Finds a good DP though, doesn't catch him out of the SPG just yet, and that rev gauge pretty low, so we find a rev blow to close out first round.
What a rev blow to take it. I gotta say, I was definitely expecting it to come out at some point, but well, RareBear picked the wrong time, unfortunately. As we get two fans to start us off, adding some damage onto JrJam. I keep thinking it's Doctor. He could be a doctor, the PhD, and whipping ass, of course. As we get ourselves a beautiful combo, as we could see from Doctor here.
Yeah, and once again, just utilizing the EX Fireballs to cover MrRareBear, trying to do a lot of different options in that neutral to reclose the gap after finding a roll out. And instead, going to allow them to keep it up right here. Super does connect though for RareBear, so this gives them a chance to try to make a comeback, but JR, stay
careful right here. Yep, trying to go in right now and definitely manages to do so, but both players, if not anything, without SPG, of course, there's none on the screen. Got one bar meter, 2 bars of meter. Who's gonna cash out first? Gonna be Kine, our high line. Not dead though.
Oh yeah, didn't opt to go for EX tackle right there, so gonna give RareBear a chance to live, but the orb is coming in.
That's all I could just Hein just throws it out and it's just in front of your face, man.
Yep.
And this character is so fun, but I love him to death.
Dude, he's just like, he's so evil in like evil endearing. Like this character, I go like, wow, you are just the worst, and I want to see you on screen every single second.
Like a villain with actual sauce to them, who's like,
yeah,
worth a watch. Heck yeah,
I mean, it's SNK boss characters. What can I say? What can I say?
I agree with that nonetheless, and I also agree with the fact that we are now in round 1. Now we're starting us off here with projectiles. I wonder if RareBear has changed up anything versus Jam here. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how this turns out, but Jam already on offense instead, actually, so maybe no changes yet.
Yeah, one thing that I've liked from RareBear early on is like their use of fan in the round starts to try to stop a lot of what JR has been really trying to do right here, and finding some great just defense, but can't make anything big happen out of it. As instead, we are just going to cash out with the EX Fireballs at the end of the combo instead to guarantee that kill.
Taking the butter out of the fly, calling Maya fly. Actually,
yep.
If you can't fly nowhere, if you're not gonna be able to sting like a bee. So you step into round 2 right here. Jam on potential set point here if RareBear can stop that momentum lead at any given point. Beautiful just defense earlier, but mid screen, close to the corner. What's it gonna be next?
And that's the scary part of these just defense, right? Like, you want to be using them in your pressure, but JrJam is doing a really good job of showing, like, hey, if you're just going to try to just defend everything, I'm just going to throw you and try to punish you for that. Gets a Rev Guard out of their own guard cancel as well, so re-stealing their turn.
Beautifully done so far. I'm liking the just defenses coming out of Jam right here, but MRRareBear gonna get a pretty good confirm. We're gonna push it to the corner with Fire Super, Fire Pillar, of course. Yep, breaking the throw here, but EX projectile, stop jumping on me, man. You can't do that here. Not with me. I'm different.
Yeah, try to toss him out. Not gonna work just yet. And JrJam trying to zone him out, but Fan's gonna connect a little bit quicker than they want, giving MRRareBear a chance to pressure good tech out, but you can't dive kick through a fireball.
You are in overheat, my friend. You better make sure you keep that offense high because, ladies and gents, this could be the last moments for Jam here at any given point. Breaking the guard is inevitable, but these projectiles are also just on the screen, taking their time at the corner now. Yes, sir. Here we go.
Big crossover right here does have a bar of meter to spend to try to guarantee some extra damage, and they will find the ability to close that round out. But it's going to give JrJam 2 bars to spend in this next round, so it's a lot of resources on deck to just cash out for these big, like, 60% damage combos that we've been seeing on other in other previous rounds.
And these combos are definitely cashing out, are really good. I love to see it because, again, you gotta kill the guy. They're not dead until you see KO on the screen. 54 seconds on the clock. That timer's going down super duper slow, but we got Jam over here just mashing it out, and I get it. Don't let her press. Just whiff, punch, whiff, this, that, third. You're not done.
Yeah, just constantly showing the feint pressure because they're like, oh, RareBear doesn't want to challenge on any of these feints that are coming through so far. So if it's going to keep giving me free plus frames, then so be it. I'm going to use it again and again and again, just like I'm going to confirm into the super. Again, uses the orb as a pickup right here.
What kind of sauce were you cooking up in that kitchen, my friend? But now you got a whole some pressure here from MrRareBear themselves, of course, going all the way in. We're going to be dragging ourselves to the corner. No super in sight just yet, but a couple more hits. Going to get ourselves a bar meter. But never mind, big, heavy crouch button, and you're not doing anything else. Jam.
Yeah, I really like that use at the very end right there where you saw like a lot more feint pressure coming out for JrJam. Use that in their favor, or they're going to try to match Vicky's aggression, but we'll have to see early on. But Vicky going with an immediate rev blow to try to stop him.
Gotta go for another one too. We're not done just yet, and we're gonna get a pretty good confirm on top of that. Damage is already being applied to Nana right here. Is gonna get the hard knockdown into the corner, but a beautiful wake of DP. Vicky's about to lose that SPG gauge if she makes one more mistake, but we're gonna be blocking out for a little bit longer here, staying alive with the meter on deck, revving it up to 75% now. Tabby, what are we gonna do with next?
Well, right now we're gonna go for full jump cross up sweep. The thing that I was expecting the least right there is what Vicky wanted to pull, and Nano wasn't expecting it at all. That's why it ended up working. Dive kick gonna connect, but not plus enough to be able to get a full combo extension afterwards. And Nano gonna punish them for that with a big hit right here.
Yep, definitely another big hit coming to your way. Theater near you is all expensive, cashing it out with beautiful combo damage on top of that. Got 9 hits in. Both V pressure goes for it though, but just avoid it, and never mind, we just defend with an invincible DP, but VickiViper now eating some damage here.
Yeah, it's great recognition on Nano to see like how Vicky's pressure has been working out. Unfortunately, not going to work out here as that reversal super will connect and allow Vicky to take the first round.
And then he puts the mask back on of his master because we don't know what the hell happened to Grant in the city of wolves, because Fox is taking on the mantle. Bloodthirsty animal calling out to Terry right there. That's a crazy quote to call Terry. I just gotta say, that's a crazy quote, man.
He's the wild wolf of Southtown, though.
Well,
Sometimes you gotta call him out.
He's hungry for food, you know what I mean? Like he's bloodthirsty for some like beef. Yeah, you know, something like that. But that Terry's hungry. He's not trying to fight nobody. He wants peas, and y'all keep disturbing it.
The only thing Terry's hungry for is a big sandwich.
Yum.
Yum. All right, great use of the close C right there to just check the late jump in from Nano right there. But Nano getting their own pressure of their own, finding a jump JD and these like close C's to connect, and even a DP on this own pressure sequence, not allowing Vicky to try to steal a turn back just yet. And we'll do it again. Hey, if it keeps working, might as well. No big confirm, but we will find a good overhead.
Yeah, beautiful crack shoot, trying to do something start there earlier, but now we're still seeing that something is still starting here. We're not at the finish line just yet. VickiViper, beautiful offense, just kind of going right now. There's a die kick, but it's punishable. Sorry, you got to space it out a little bit better than that. And
Yeah,
the worst part is that you just can't angle it at the way you want to. You only got 2 directions.
Yeah, Nano, I think, has been doing a really good job of trying to stay a little bit more patient in the last round and to try to stop a lot of Vicky's aggression. But we're seeing early on, if Vicky allows Nano to do that, it will work in their favor. But instead, it's like, oh, you just want to play patient? Fine. I'm going to come in. I'm going to try to red blow you. I'm going to try to drag you to the corner and get yourself into a very comfy situation as Vox. But that DP not going to work for Vicky this time, allowing Nano to get a big confirm to push him in the corner of their own and getting their own cross up.
And they got 2 bars to get to work with. We're going to cash out right here. And I think Vox is not dead just yet. We're close to that meter, though. And we're close to that sign of life where we get a wake-up super with the heavy. Or, I'm sorry, light version, actually. Going to put Terry in the corner. And that's why you should have just did the heavy. Close to death. You didn't take it all. VickiViper now down a game versus Nano here.
Yeah, but I really like these adjustments from Nano, right? We saw Vicky, like, even in the first start of this round, just be like, okay, I'm going to just be as aggressive as possible. I'm going to try to steamroll you with all these different options, and it's up for you to find the solution to them. And Nano's solution is just, okay, I'm going to wait. I'm just going to, like, we saw the last time Vicky was on, a lot of people weren't waiting. They were trying to counteract what she was doing. They were trying to stop the Vox pressure, but eventually Vox is going to make a wrong decision, and if you can live up until then, you can really capitalize on the damage. Let's see if Nano can repeat that, or if Vicky's unrelenting style will work, and it's working out so far in the early stages of the round with a good throw.
So far, so good. It's got the pressure on, break pressure with on the EXVP, of course, but you back throw incident time, and there, here we go with a rev blow. Not too sure why Nano kept pressing, but it's okay. They're not eating the big combo just yet, but a trade instead is what we're going to see into DP instead. Never mind. Pressure. Yep, beautiful jump over the rev blow. Nice combo, and with the super, or special, it is what it is, though.
Yeah, whipping it at the very end, just trying to use it for, I think, a meaty auto timing setup right there. But Vicky going to capitalize on the punish of the whiff. Special
bro. It hurts.
It hurts so bad. Vicky was even in overheat at the very end right there, so didn't have a lot of tools on deck. If Nano could have found something to make happen, it would have been very, very dangerous. Crack shoot gonna not connect right here, but try to give Nano a chance. But Vicky's pressure not gonna work out as it gets immediate
into the red blow. And no, the drop, I don't think they were prepared for it, but it is what it is. Guess what? We got 2 bars to be to work with. We're gonna use one of them, and we're gonna be getting a beautiful punish. Never mind. It was one button. I understand. We weren't ready.
Yeah, I think they were looking to get close C right there, but they instead got far C, so not able to find the big confirm that they were looking for. And that gives Vicky another chance at life. These jump-ins working out. Gonna get DP'd out of the air right here.
Beautiful pressure so far, keeping those 5 buttons. Vicky now playing a little bit more patient than before. Now that we're at the lower ends of our life bar right here. We got a whole lead to play with and gets in with a beautiful JD into sweep. Vicky finally up a game again to make it 2-1.
Yeah, and you saw Vicky right there was just waiting to use.
Here we go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of players who want to back off and wait, these are 2 players who that's kind of the core of their game plan, right? Has been consistently just like backing off. One's a little bit more defensively in the form of Barbar, right? Just being like, hey, I'm gonna back off and try to like see what you want to do in JrJam, but more aggressive with their fireball game. But these roles have been swapped early on as we see Barbar with the early aggression right here, finding their own DP out, but JrJam getting a great 2-way connect right there and finding a good combo off of it.
Yep, wonderful combo indeed as we sit here still playing the zone again once again, but Barbar definitely going in with a beautiful throw tech to escape Jam, running away with the life bar at full here. Barbar goes in with the punch, and now we got ourselves a beautiful 4-hit confirmed to put us in the corner. Beautiful whip though.
Yeah, an unfortunate whiff for those who are JrJam fans right there. Is Barbar able to just keep this pressure going once again, and they saw a couple different opportunities of what they were looking for, but it still works out. Right at the very end, Barbar taking the first round and trying to set the tempo into their favor.
It's doing such an excellent job, man. I don't even know what to do. You gotta tell me something right now. Why is Barbar doing so good? Matter of fact, why is Barbar still going in? What does Jam have to do to get out of this situation right now?
I think one big thing that you're seeing early on is JrJam not opting to try to go for any roll sets out of these knockdowns. They're going to allow Barbar to keep their pressure going, and unfortunately, Barbar is just making the right decision again and again and again, not able to finish their combo just yet. So it gives JrJam one chance, but they have a lot to work out for. They are going to spend the super early on because they need to do something to win this round.
It's a little bit risky to go for that, but never mind. We still go for it anyways as Barbar finally goes up a single game over Jam here. He's definitely breathing sighs of relief after that one, and I don't blame him. Don't blame him like this.
it was a very scary situation, and you saw at the very end they actually opted to go for EX power wave instead of going for the normal power wave, because JrJam was looking to just jab out of that pressure right there. But Barbar knowing it's like, hey, you're gonna do that, fine. I'm gonna use EX power wave. It's gonna be faster, and you're gonna die for it. It did put them into that overheat right at the very end, so it's a risky decision if they do just block it, that you're now overheating trying to close it out. But that's what the risk reward that a player like Barbar knows and what they need to do to try to close these games.
Yep, and we got a lot of Barbar rooters in the chat, of course. Thank y'all for showing up, of course, as we have ourselves another beautiful game here with offense from Barbar themselves, placing ourselves here at Super Combo with a beautiful turnaround throw. Now it's Jam's time to shine, but Reblo, never mind.
Yeah, great use of that Reblo right there, knowing like, hey, the orb's set on top of me, and you're going to see JrJam try to pop it, try to be able to get some kind of mix-up from it. But Barbar knowing that all they need to do is to keep the relentless aggression going. They are only one more round away from taking this. It's up to JrJam to make a big change to see what they can do to close it out.
Well, 2 just defense is definitely going to be part of that game plan as we sit here holding back, but never mind. We're going to get caught with a couple more projectiles here, and there's the setup, and now Jam is on the offense with the SPG. He's going to take more Barbar's meter before anything else can happen, but we're going to overheat instead, and I'm not sure if that was worth it.
Yeah, we'll have to see. It's an overheat early, so you still have a lot of time to get that gauge to go down, but Barbar is going to take advantage of it where they can with this big hit right here.
Yep, and just trying to play defense as much as it can, but Jam is unfortunately closer and closer to their meter breaking, and there it is. Got one hit in, and all they needed, but at the same point in case, you're getting punished instead, because guess what? You didn't kill me. I killed you, unfortunately.
And that's that shift up that JrJam has been needing right there, right? You saw the willingness to just add as much damage as possible, knowing that, hey, even if I get hit in overheat, I'm not going to die for it. So I'll be able to build it back and then be able to have access to all these resources when I need them the most. Good techs out and great use of these anti-air fireballs, just trying to spend that gauge where they can to knock them down. Crack shooting going to keep it safe, but the empty hop right there going to blow up the throw, and that's great for Barbar.
Definitely great for a wonderful lead starting us off here. You're going to get close to that SPG too, so they can definitely play a lot with their meter at some point, but both players are revving up to go into overheat. One more from Barbar, and they'll be meeting Jam with that as well, but off is what we're seeing instead, and never mind, you can't use SPG no more. You got to cash out one way or another. Break your guards somehow. I don't know. We're about to see.
Yeah, we're going to have to see both players overheated, and these feints coming through on these fireballs gave Barbar the perfect opportunity, because JrJam's like, I don't want to block these. I'm just going to play the fireball war because I will win. I am Kane, right? Wrong. One feint fireball, jump in to secure. This is definitely something. It's a nice like crossover. I've seen a lot of anime players that I know who have not played SNK games in the past really jumping in, but we're going to jump into the beginning of our match now. Vicky finding the first big hit right here, but MrMkl going to be bringing that Preacher out and going to be really showing the work of what this character can do at this stage in the tournament.
Yes, sir. Mr. Preach and Mr. K themselves are going to get put into the corner here, crossing up sides because they took a little bit too far, I guess. But it doesn't matter. VickiViper will still take the advantage with a beautiful throw. Strike throw gameplay. Rev blow, never mind. Here we go. In response, back throw incident. What's it going to be next?
Yeah, let's toss him. And great recognition right there, recognizing the just defenders were coming out, so we're going to just try to throw him, but we're going to get that wild punish with the slow-mo, but we couldn't find the kill just yet, so we'll need one more touch right there.
Mentioned earlier, man, fam, those mechanics come through in the clutches of situations, just like Revlo did right there for VickiViper to get a beautiful combo, and we're gonna go all the way to the corner here. Beautiful combo with a dive kick ender. Halfway through your health, you can't even use the SPG game. You got 2 bars of meter. Are we gonna cash out here?
I think we're going to cash out into the super as well. And that scoreboard isn't wrong, by the way. We just had a small spectator bug right at the very end. So Vicky did win their first match off stream. So Vicky might be winning the whole round right here.
Ooh, beautiful cinematic super to finish all the remnants of Rio's climax super from KOF, of course. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love Vox. Can't wait to see him cook after the beta's over with, if they can. And I'm ready to see more VickiViper action as they move further tonight.
Yep, they will be moving on. We're going to see them actually be able to get a little bit more control, especially with Hot Dog Bongwater's playstyle, where they want it to be a little bit more whiff punish focused. So we will have to see, you know, where the aggression starts. We're already seeing some early just defense, some great throw techs, but
EP. Nicely done right there. Just kind of backing off right now. And definitely goes up with the Musabi no Mai. But a beautiful broken throw. And once again, the dive kick, the sniper out of the sky here. Beautiful close feed punish or attack right there. However, it's not enough to keep the offense as RareBear is still running around scot-free. But dive kick to answer, please.
I love that both players are trying to use dive kick and neutral, but you're seeing Hotdog Bongwater being able to gain advantage of Vox's dive kick actually beating out the dive of Mai right here. But we're going to see some great hits from Mr. RareBear as they're finally able to find a big confirm and in fire super right here. So we're going to be able to take that burn down a little bit more, find another great confirm. You still have that rev gauge to close out, but you put him at a pixel and we'll just chip him out.
Man, oh man. What can I say? Fans, they love me every day. As we step into round numero 2 right here. It's going up against RareBear with the SPGs locked in already. Beautiful jump D, but it's not enough to put the scare into Bear just yet. It's going in, move speed on mine. Now we play a little bit more slowly here, which is completely different for the most part, and I gotta say, we mentioned it earlier, it's pretty good for both these players, and we like to see it.
Yeah, definitely. But I think once the speed got down to this pace, Mr. RareBear is like, oh, I got to take advantage of the situation. My dives are no longer getting blown up by your own dives. And now I'm going to be able to whiff your DP that you're trying to come through, find a big punish on it. And I love this, just spending the level 1 super as soon as you get it. Because that first super gauge does build up pretty quickly. And it adds so much damage to the end of Mai's combos, as well as hard knockdowns to be able to allow the fan pressure to work. But Hotdog Bongwater said, I'm not out just yet. Finds a big cross right here. One more.
Ooh, there's the sweep. One more in me. I got one more with level 2 on deck at any given moment here, but a beautiful crouching B and RareBear sniping Hot Dogs win from their clutches to go up again.
Yeah, and I love that the patience right at the very end right there from Mr. RareBear, just being like, okay, I needed to wait. I'm just going to jump every time and I'm going to wait for you to make the wrong decision. And we eventually saw that work out. They jump out, Hotdog Bongwater tried to check the shoulder tackle and it didn't work, so Mr. RareBear knew that they could just quickly close it out with a quick 2B check.
That's all you need too, just a small check. I mean, it's not that big it's not that big of a deal. It's just a quick check.
Yeah,
but
cost you the round though.
It does, but that's what we call development, character development right there. You know what I'm saying? We go into the next game and we start cooking. As a matter of fact, we're about to cook right now as we see RareBear getting hit. Unfortunately, I lied. It's a trade. Yeah,
interesting that Mr. RareBear opted to stay with SPG at the first third right here, as it is working out for them. But we saw in that first round that they lost their SPG very quickly and weren't able to make a lot happen once that was the case. So maybe they're just hoping Hotdog Bongwater can't control that early tempo and will try to win the round at this point. But Hotdog Bongwater trying to make something happen here as they've taken a lot of damage and not a lot of trades on a RareBear's favor.
And the favor going over to the wonderful favorite as she steps into round 2 with almost a full bar meter, if I'm not mistaken, of course.
Yep.
Yes, indeed, I was correct. Thank you so much. As we got SPG locked in, sniping them out with a good air-to-air situation. As we go all the way to the corner here because Mai knows how to extend those combos, baby, with the knockdown too.
Cash out that level 1, reduce that rev gauge even more than it already is, and that's another big counter hit here for Mr. RareBear. Not able to finish the route that they were looking for, and that rev gauge now going to be building up so as they try to make things happen, but that'll go down.
Man.
Mr. RareBear.
What a cross-up, JB. RareBear cooking beautifully, and now taking another game from the clutches of our opponent.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We saw Blue kind of just get a lot of opportunity to run their pressure pretty freely in the last game that we saw them on. But Nano, as we've seen, is very good at trying to shut down people who just want to be that hyper-aggressive playstyle.
So right now, beautiful confirmed nonetheless. We're going to get put into the corner. Blue not going to be able to show us any Hotaru juicy goodness as we sit here getting ourselves inversible reversaled instead. Out of the corner, revving up the meter, but unfortunate drop right there. Not too sure what happened, but we still take those.
Yeah, we take them where we can, put them out of SPG as well, and put them into a chip situation. Blue needed a miracle to make it out at the very end right there, but we still got more rounds on deck. They can show us that they can do what they need to do. Nano, though, just needs to repeat the same thing again and again and again. That'll give them enough to close out. And Nano, as we're seeing, is one of the only people who's been mainly focusing on putting SPG in the anchor slot. Because and every time we've seen them get to the anchor slot with the SPG, they've been able to make some either crazy comebacks or near crazy comebacks. And their neutral game is very clearly good enough without it.
Oh, yeah. And it allows like for so much different offense. Like that's how you know you're very, very confident with your gameplay if you put your stuff at anchor, because guess what? That means at any given moment I can just beat you out with the basic fundamentals. I don't even need to have rev low, because when you get yours, I can throw you. When you put me lower, I'm gonna chip you out.
Yeah, and speaking of getting chipped out, Nano recognized that situation with the super to get, so hey, if you jump, you're gonna die. If you block this, you're gonna die. The only way it doesn't work is if it whiffs, but they were not at a range where it could have whiffed unless they somehow downloaded an instant air backdash right at the very end.
Nah, Hotaru with an air dash scares the absolute thought of me, bro. I don't know if I want that, fam.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. Trust me.
You're scaring me right here. You trying to plot something on my demise?
Look, February is a very popular month for horror movies. I'm just trying to challenge that, bring it into our fighting game world as well to make things a little spooky. But Nano is not spooked at all right now, as they seem calm and confident to go through the rest of this match. It's up to Blue to find a way to create this answer. Going to try to use the projectile reflect against Nano instead of trying to win the fireball wars, but that does give him a little bit more range to close the gap.
Closing the gap with a tackle indeed. Beautiful job from Nano here. Beautiful defense coming out of sight, out of mind as we step our way into pressure, but mid-screen, slowly edging ourselves to the corner here. Blue with the SPG gaze on deck and is going to get ourselves out of the situation. But Nano knows timing and knows offense just as much as we keep going in. Finally, lower and lower on the health, and now out of SPG gauge. What do we do next?
Yeah, outside of SPG, but that rev gauge was building up. It was going to be a scary situation for Blue, but we'll put you into overheat, and unfortunately it whiffed at the very end, so now you're going to get punished. And an overheat, this is a very, very scary situation to be in. You need to find a good confirmative super to build that gauge down as quickly as possible, or just find your way out.
No, he can't try no more. What a punish on the guard crush. Unfortunately, down a round so soon. Hate to see it, but Nano loves to enjoy it as we step into round 2. 60 seconds on the clock, starting us off with a crack shoot.
Yeah, and immediately catching them, trying to go for forward roll to reset into the back into a more mid-screen neutral, and blowing up for it as well. Blue gonna get blown up again, unfortunately, for those DPs right here. And Nano really trying to make something big happen. They can end it as quick as possible.
Far buttons coming out, but a beautiful confirm for Blue to get some pretty good damage. Gonna cash out with the red line here, taking us all the way to the corner. Just kind of got that hard knockdown right now. Then a beautiful command throw into special moves. Oh dear, this is not looking good for Nano right now.
Tries to just go for a fireball out, but Blue blocked, but you couldn't block the follow-ups that came out. And Nano stealing that round right at the very end and going to utilize that to move forward through this top 8, taking it 2-0.
And all they used was a simple
of RareBear, right? I think that's been a big thing where they're wanting to control that upper screen portion of the sky. We're doing a great job with a lot of these jump-ins into cross-up situations like we're seeing right at the round start over here. But mistermkl is not someone who we've actually been able to get to see on stream a whole lot, so we don't get to see how they want to deal with a lot of these situations. But right now, they're just getting hit again and again and again.
Offense is the usual best answer most of the time, and I'm gonna guess RareBear is just not too sure how to approach Reacher, so hey, offense will be my pride and true until I get stopped out of it, as we see right here. And Mr. K doing a good job with some active defense there, but a beautiful response with a good C, Rekka, and a lot of pressure coming out of RareBear, as you noticed. Doesn't want Preacher to get anything started, as a matter of fact.
And I like these uses of the tornadoes, right? Just trying to challenge the fans as they come through. But even finding it one to actually connect right here does land a cross-up. But we're just rev guarding out. We don't want to deal with any of the big Preacher pressure.
No, but we're definitely going to be dealing with a lot of overheat nonsense instead. Not enough to kill. One more chip will take it, but we get a leggy instead. Beautiful done from RareBear, and you weren't blocking your toes. To go on into our next round right here. It's going to be Mr. K. Gonna start us off with a rev blow, actually. Okay, like to see it, but rev guard is there.
Couldn't find the full extension that they were looking off of it, but we will find another one to connect here. Mr. RareBear going to be locking in with that DP, but MKL finding another great confirm. Going to be trying to lock them down to the corner more and more and more.
More and more and more with beautiful combos indeed, but you overheated out, and that's why the super is there to punish you for your mistakes. And now you no longer have SPG. Your guard is potentially able to be crushed at any given moment if you don't fight back, and you only got 2 bars a meter. Did you cash out at some point? No, you get DP. Offense is still heavy here. We get another beautiful punish with level 1 on deck at any given moment, and we're gonna spend it. Yes, sir.
Yep, doesn't kill though, unfortunately. Put him out of pixel, so we needed one more fan chip to come out right there. MrRareBear taking game number 1.
Ooh, cheese. That's what some people would be saying right now.
Yeah.
I can't do anything.
Yeah.
Hey, just defense.
Oh, there's a couple things that you can do in that situation, right?
Okay.
So, like obviously you have Just Defend, or you can, I believe Rev Guard prevents chip as well. But you can like try to just defend your way out of it. But you can also because it's a face up knockdown, I believe, that you should still be able to get a roll out of it. So you can just roll out of the pressure, but you have to go for like the delay roll, not the quick rise roll, because the quick rise roll will still just fall into it. So you have some different choices. It is, you know, very scary because they could choose a different, the slower fan to blow you up for that. But if they're just autopiloting fast fan again and again and again, you have your ways to try to make it work. But right now, MrRareBear is just making this pressure work.
Oh my goodness, and revved up at 70%, and Mr. K is about to meet them there in a second if they keep on blocking, but instead we're going to be lowering that meter as we step into overheat here, and unfortunately, this is the same situation that Mr. K has put themselves in before. May not always be the best of situations, because look at how slow that meter is going down, as you have to fight an active Mai who is still going in. RareBear beautiful confirms that's level 1 on deck, and that's going to use it. Yes, indeed, and we're dead as well. 16 hits.
Yeah, what the pickup was a little weird. I think they get all the hits of the fire pillar super, so had to go for the other one. It still ended up working out for them.
Worked out pretty well.
Yeah, MrRareBear only needing one more round. MKL trying to utilize this aggression, but really trying to utilize RevGuard, is using RevGuard a lot, but it's pressing them out, which is actually where RareBear wants to be, because they're able to make that fan pressure work a little bit more. So have to see them probably try to be a little more aggressive, finding these IBs where they can, but I think they are looking to press, and that's not going to work just yet.
As we get another beautiful confirm into a super, and once again taking out Mr. MLK over there, who is unfortunately down 2 games for RareBear to move on tonight.
Yep. So it'll be RareBear moving on forward.
You know, but here we are, round 1.
It was a cliffhanger for 26 years that will finally be resolving. And right now, both of them trying to zone out, but Nano unfortunately getting a DP input instead of a fireball, which is going to allow Jam to be able to come in and get a big punish, but we'll just DP out again, say, hey, it whiffed the first time, but it'll connect this one.
Yep, and just like we're connecting that JC into a full combo right here, is going to go all this way to mid-screen. Here we are blocking some more pressure here from Jam. Honestly, gotta be a little bit more active with defense, but Nano with the offense instead, and we're going to rush in. In the plays, beautiful buttons, but the projectiles come out, and now we're still on defense still.
Yeah, and I like that, being able to seal over Pukin as the air fireballs coming out from Kane right there to try to control that zoning a little bit more, as Nano does know that they have the life lead. They can play this lane game for as long as they want, but they also want to try to close this round and not make any mistakes happen. But you can't make it close.
24 seconds left on the clock, now down to 23, 22, and it goes down super slow, kind of like the Marvel 3 clock timer as well, as we go in a little bit, but Nano still playing that lane game. Look at that meter, look at what they're doing, like what does Jam do here? They could play their own game, but I'll tell you what, just gotta keep blocking out. It's not looking too good here, 10 seconds left.
They got to come up with a new game plan that isn't just throwing fireballs. They need that jumping, which they're trying to use right at the very end. And they tried to confirm into the Dark Angel super, but it's not going to work out, as Nano was ready to press onto it. So we'll have to see if JrJam can adjust their game plan. Now, hey, they're willing to play lane. They're willing to just go into that zoning fireball game as long as they have the life lead. So I got to try to shut them down early. Gets DP to connect right here, and will now find a throw.
Finding a throw as we once again meeting this mid-screen territory here. Nano trying to mix something up there and gets a beautiful crouching C wall punish instead, but he's going to get countered with another beautiful heavy button from Jam here. Is going to go all the way corner to corner, coast to coast, kind of. It's great, actually.
I like that from Nano, where they went for EX parry in the middle of it, expecting like a flash kick or an aggressive mash to come out from JrJam, because they didn't want the last game to repeat, but they instead found a great punish onto it. They'll find another good overhead to connect right here, but the super will not confirm because it is not projectile invuln from that far away.
Unfortunate, as we step into round number 3. Both players, again, they haven't won a game yet, so this is still game 1 technically speaking. Don't let yourself be fooled. sit here, beautiful reversal punish. It wasn't enough, but it's still good enough to put some hurt and mental stack as we get projectiles finally starting to go in. Backs off, yes, knocked down, but swapping sides to evasive blow, blocked though.
Yeah, it wasn't quick enough to be able to punish for a guaranteed low crush right there. But that's a big counter hit here in the corner. This is where Rock Howard wants you to be. Gonna be using the extra Puka at the very end in the air, but it didn't connect the link on the ground, so we instead need one more touch. And that's Nano taking game number 1.
With a haymaker, no less than a haymaker of a match as well. We're going to be seeing match 2 in just a few moments right here, but I like what I'm seeing from Nano, of course. Solid rock gameplay, solid rock pressure, and implemented that mind game at that full screen because both these characters have projectiles. Someone's going to want to go in when they're low on health because they're trying to think of something. That's what that starts to play. It's cinema.
But it's something that you saw JrJam really recognize in games 2 and 3 that they need to keep the aggression up early because they need to solidify that life lead as their zoning game is better than Rock's, like on paper. So if they can secure that life lead and they can make that big gap happen where they don't have to worry about like trying to go for air fireball then getting blown up by EX double Rapukin, and you're seeing it right here, right? We're going to be going for the feint cancel routes into immediate corner pressure, sets the orb once more. Rev blow going to get blocked, but no punish.
Not enough as we get ourselves an invincible DP once again, attaching us low with the shin. Good crouch B right there, but a beautiful confirm from JrJam here is going to go all the way to the mid screen, closer to the corner as a projectile is evaded. And now we are sitting here once again, same territory before, but Nano, one more shot left at life here, and dead for a haymaker.
Yeah, forcing themselves into overheat, just guaranteeing with the EX fireballs that they'll be able to pressure them down. I love Jam opting to start using this like up back JD defensively, just being able to throw out that stanky leg and deal a lot of damage in trade situations or even on confirms of their own. But another great confirm coming from them right here. But in the zoning game has started once again, but you said, hey, I'm comfortable doing this. Remember, this is my world, not yours.
This is his world as we get to the corner, and now pressure is still once again trying to get started there, but it's not enough to get anything happening as we step into overheat. Jam, maybe potential one last shot at life, but now putting themselves into the corner. Gotta hold something else. Pressure. Never mind, no pressure. We're just getting out. I'm sorry. It's all scary to me.
And another quick throw right there from JrJam off that pressure sequence, even at overheat. The calm and confidence to be able to close out that round, tying it up 1-1.
Beautiful. I love it. But lore battles be damned. These characters are kind of crazy, man.
Well, hey, it's the lore battle. They're going to be going the distance.
Oh man, I'm trying to see more distances be crossed. We can make like mini craters. Can we at least do that much, okay, without going too far into this? Because I don't want to see buildings being crushed because Terry decided to do a Buster Wolf on somebody.
Yeah, we'll have to save that for another game that Terry guest stars in.
Well, we're guest starring ourselves with round 1 of JrJam versus TCC CC Nano at some 4Cs. You know what, Nano? I'm sorry. I didn't know you're gangster. And I don't know the fact that you're getting hit. Oh no.
Yeah, I did know that JrJam is very consistent in finding those conversions. Great use right there with that JD to actually pop them into the bomb, guaranteeing a little bit of extra damage right here. Rev blow gonna come out for both players. Blocked on the side of Nano, but it does connect for Jam, but not able to find the confirm afterwards with that wall bounce.
And the wall bounces are the most least expected things because no one has like probably sat down with time to lab those wall bounce opportunities to see what they get. You just gotta think on the fly with that. But Jam over there stayed alive, stayed true to it, and managed to cash out with beautiful confirms as well. However, Nano with one of their own is gonna carry us all the way to the corner here. What do we do now? Block it out. Evasion, but buttons.
Yeah, just constantly trying to not allow Rock to run their game plan again and again, because situations like this, they whiff that DP, boom, we're going to get a big punish, knock you into the corner. Goes for quick rise, so no time to set orbs. It was great on Jam to know that they couldn't do it in that situation. The fireball after that does connect. Nano not going to let it work the second time in a row, and instead we're going to confirm into the super. Opted to just go for level 1 right here because they know that they wanted to save it for one more round, but you're unfortunately not going to get that opportunity. That's JrJam taking it 2-1.
JrJam is just on a tear right now. I like it. I'm loving it. And they need to keep that pace going because remember,
well, I knew it ended on the 24th. I just wasn't sure if is it like 24th night or is it 24th like the next day or is it like weird JP time 24th that it ends that I was misremembering. But right now the players have remembered to get into their match as we are going to be sitting here. The names are swapped. As Barbar has not decided to pull out that Vox Reaper just yet, but Vicky has decided to pull out the damage coming through. Good use of the EX Burn Knuckle, though. He's immediately go from coast to coast.
And now Vicky without SPG, but Barbar also going to be without theirs as well. As we get ourselves another confirm into some big damage with a beautiful DP instead. Nice try, gets thrown for their troubles. As we step onto the corner, beautiful feint break pressure.
Yeah, oh, had a big punish off the DP, but wasn't able to confirm it, so they'll need a little bit more, and it's very scary at this health bar to be able to utilize that versus Vicky, but it doesn't matter. It'll be just EX Burn Knuckle again and again and again until we get that win.
It works out in the end. Now Vicky's got to think about a different offense option and does so right there with a beautiful heavy DP break to push us closer and closer to that corner. Try to get something started there, but Barbar with beautiful quick buttons instead to stop it from happening. It's only 3 games now. We're going to be hitting 2 in just a few moments, but throw for right now.
You see DP once again, but Barbar ready to deal with it. And Barbar is really the first person that we've seen so far that's been able to deal with a lot of the core pressure that Vicky has been using to get through a lot of these rounds, right? Like we're seeing them do very good Abare pressure right here, being able to connect in with those 5As. Vicky going to try to connect a super of their own, and it will this time.
And they have no SPG gauge to work with on top of that. As we get another JB cross up to get ourselves a shoulder tackle knockdown. Mid-screen dive kick. One more shot left that life, but woke up light.
Yeah, Barbar knew it. They were like, okay, you're going to try to go for command grab. I feel it in my bones, so I'm just going to press that 2v0. So confidently taking game number 1 of our winners finals.
Yep, and I'm pretty sure Vicky is in chat too. I think I saw her say, I mean, I don't use command grab enough, and I just saw one right there. I was like, you better stop listening right now for a bit.
Yep.
Mute the stream.
Mute the stream. No coaching. No accidental coaching.
That wasn't the idea.
All right.
But either way it goes, we're stepping into winners finals. Game number 2 with Vicky and Barbar. How do we start this off?
Well, you're going to see just an aggressive walk forward. Barbar was wanting to actually stay patient and try to see, like, okay, what's Vicky going to do? But they just held for walk forward into the rev blow as soon as Barbar saw that they may have had a chance to press right here. And both players are rev blowing at each other, but it's only going to work out in Barbar's favor.
What kind of situation? Okay, you know what? Y'all are playing some crazy games right here, but what we're not playing with is the fact that Barbar's got this offense. Beautiful JB to get something started, and we're still getting that advantage with a beautiful combo to seal the deal here. We're going to cash out with some meter. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, Barbar is showing that they can embody the wild wolf when they need to right there. Just being able to, like, be as aggressive as possible, go to the wall with just repeating the same option again and again and again.
Well,
keep going you need to be.
They are the bloodthirsty animal that Vox likes to see because, well, we got ourselves another invisible DV coming out at the corner here. Throws the rev blow, never mind. Offense and beautiful punish. Vicky is losing their health slowly but surely with 1 bar meter, 4 bar here as we get another strike throw gameplay. One more, never mind.
Nope. Gonna get thrown of their own right here. Tried to DP on their end, but Vicky even just defending on the DP to guarantee as much damage as they can right here. Barbar does get a roll out into a JB connection, but not able to find a kill. So we'll just need the 1 EX Burn Knuckle to chip it out right at the very end. Barbar up 2-0.
Damn, and you know what? I thought Vicky was gonna use like level 2 to try and lower down Bar's meter more because they still had SPG after their combo, but I understand why they wouldn't, just in case. However, either way it goes, that's more data for Vicky to remember as we step into game number 3. Potential set point for Bar here if Vicky can stop them.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Vicky needs to find a way that they can stop Barbar's aggression. We saw like the delay start at the beginning of the last round, like we're seeing just once again here, but Barbar still finds opportunities to find these big can openers, catching them with the overheads, but Vicky able to almost make it work out, but Barbar able to recognize on those the cross through dash setups that, hey, I can just DP out of it. Even if it doesn't connect, I'm still going to get a lot of reward right here. EX Bird Knuckle and the EX Crack Shoot, locking him down once more. One more throw to close it out, but the falling knee will put them 1 round away.
Hey, that's all you need. Hey, are you okay? Stepping into round 2, and you gotta admit, Bar's offense is super good. For a character like Vox, they do not like this. Vicky is not enjoying every bit of it, but finally getting some started. Instead, the DP, don't you do it again. And strike throw gameplay, tried and true. You're pressing too much. Come on now, you got 1 bar meter. You're almost dead.
Yeah, just cashing out that bar meter, trying to get some extra damage where they can, trying to go support feint pressure, but Vicky ready to press at those gaps, knowing what they need to do right here and going to add up that damage of their own. Bar has to be careful. Rev Blow going to connect, though. It's only 1 touch away. Rev Blow coming out once again. Do it again. I thought
what
we were Rev Blow.
But shoulder to the chest, you are now down 3 games in a row, 3-0 to VickiViper, who's going to be sitting in the loser side of things.
Yep.
Maya's on the screen. Be happy.
Well, I'm happy that Kane's on the screen right here if I had to pick, and I'm happy that JrJam can land that immediate short hop into the JDs, being able to set the pressure down. Now we're seeing MrRareBear once again utilizing that rev guard to try to create some push blocks, but JrJam has been ready for this. Like I said, the last time they played, recognized when those were coming out, they were just able to reset pressure with some feints and try to close these gaps. And MrRareBear being very, very calm this time. They were a lot more aggressive in the last sets that we've seen them play. So now we'll have to be able to see how they're able to handle Jam's pressure. Another good connection right here, but we're actually going to punish on the rev blow.
Nicely done so far, so good. RareBear, lower and lower on the life bar here. We get ourselves another confirm with projectiles. Trying to make something meaty right there happen, but it does not matter. Pain is an overheat, and let me tell you right now, it's not going to look too good for Jam if they allow RareBear to get in. However, it looks like that's not happening in the slightest bit. 27 seconds left on the clock, dragging that timer down. King of stalling that meter, aka the timer. We've got ourselves a beautiful knockdown with Kind still in overheat for no less.
Yeah, DP gonna come out as well, and the fireball will be able to keep them safe at the very end of it to just quickly get that walk-up throw.
It's when in doubt, walk-up throw. Trust in the process.
Yeah, I mean it worked, right? Like Kane is he's not a charge character in this version of the game, so having the motions fireballs makes you actually be able to do that more aggressive walk-up pressure is very advantageous.
Yes, sir. And not to mention, I think, if I'm not mistaken, there were proximity grabs back in Mark of the Wolves. So it also probably made it harder. But if I'm wrong, let me know.
Yeah, it was the classic, like the KOF style 1-button frame 1 throws, so, it is different in this game. So
as we see right there, a beautiful throw.
Yep.
Pressure and damage, not to mention we're almost dead here with the big ball whipping, unfortunately, and my snap. That's it.
That was a little, yeah. Set the super whiffing, unfortunately, but then just knowing the immediate orb set and it'd be like, do something. And they tried something. It would have worked if they had gone for because you've seen a lot of like orb set and then into like hop JD or like hop JB, or even just like empty hop trying to pressure these jump ins. Like there's a lot of different things that JrJam had been doing after orb set, but just going orb set nothing, expecting getting to that next layer, expecting you to expect that I'm going to do something, and then blowing you up with it to guarantee the round kill was very, very smart of them.
It definitely smart. Honestly, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to remember the right wording for it. It's just do nothing is the art of just pure fighting game fundamentals. Do nothing just works. That's an option, and that was witnessed.
Yeah, sometimes, you're returning to nothingness is what you need to do, but right now we're returning to the aggression as we get a nice little cross under connection right here. And JrJam going to add this damage up as much as possible where they can. Rev Blow's coming through, and MrRareBear now going to utilize that to actually get a punish. Try to steal their turn back, finds a cross up, and will add a little bit more to knock them out of SPG.
Yes, sir. Out of SPG all the way to the corner here. RareBear is on a good offense grind right now, but it's going to be reversed as Jam gets themselves a knockdown with the ore, crossing up with the Rev Guard active. Beautiful active defense once again here. Nicely done. You can press that some given point, giving Kind the match right here, potentially. Never mind. Almost the match. Not again. Oh,
yeah. The orb, was a little too far off to guarantee the hit for the to repeat what we saw the last time, but we'll still be able to punish the super at the very end. And as a reminder, this is loser semis. We're back to 2 out of 3 at this point. So JrJam is only 1 round away from moving on over to losers finals.
And that's definitely going to be a cheery moment for them, of course, but they got to get past Mine right here, who is still on the screen. It's going to block it out a little bit more. They're on some fans trying to get that fireball game started, but Musabino Mine manages to make the dive in as we fire ourselves with Jam going on defense mode, trying to block, but it's not working out, trying to offense back, and it's now working out for them, but they're in overheat for it. Not sure if that's worth it. With a whiff super, no less.
Yeah, the super whiffing, unfortunately, so not able to guarantee those the plus frames off of like a mix-up set, but it doesn't matter as long as you're able to just keep this whiff pressure going, and they keep rev guarding it out, so they can't actually punish you for it.
You're just gonna keep doing that? You know, I had never seen no block streams like that, but unfortunately, we're seeing a ball in front of our faces.
Yep.
Man, Jam, you're jamming out.
Yeah, definitely jamming out right there. That's something we've seen from JrJam before in a lot of matches.
Viper, who is probably going to be all in there as much as possible. Straight buttons, straight heavies, and especially EX pressure and DPs. As we start off with rev low, actually, don't forget, accel ratio is on Vicky's Fox specifically. So this is a different offense for the most
because
part.
They want to. Okay.
They want. Okay.
Yeah, they definitely want to try to keep this aggression going. As we saw, JrJam able to get them out of SPG early, so this is not something that we've seen Vicky be able to sit in for a while, is this lower health range. So it'll be interesting to see how they want to change their game plan. They just still want to keep that aggression going. They're trying to get these cross-up setups.
Yes, and they definitely are going to get some damage instead. As a matter of fact, almost dead. One more hit will do it. One more pressure or special chip will do it. However, we're escaping and we're killing. Nonetheless, beautiful from Jam.
Guaranteeing the kill with the overheat, spending for the EX fireball. Just don't want to do anything crazy. Don't want to do anything fancy. Just guaranteeing where you can keep those rounds where you can. Both players pop an SPG yet again, and this time we're just setting the orbs. We're setting the zoning, right? If we guarantee a far knockdown, we don't want to try to play into Vicky's game, because Vicky will make their own game happen with that run-up DP, keeping the pressure going and locking JrJam into the corner.
Yep, locking them right down as another close beat comes out on counter hit, and we're getting some pretty good damage on top of that, no less. We're going to be seeing no super, as a matter of fact, but we see a break pressure into throw, another throw, never mind. Big punish for the round to go to Vicky.
Yeah, I was trying to DP right there, expecting them to go for either like a command grab set or try to go for just some, basic meaty, but Vicky ready for a DP as they hadn't seen one come out just yet. But we will still JrJam, land their own throws and find these combos in a great extension with the orb pop right on top of them, being able to confirm out of a light that wouldn't normally get that much damage from. One more throw set.
Yes, sir. Someone has been doing their homework, and they're definitely making sure to get 100 on the assignment, because, ladies and gentlemen, that was a perfect game for JrJam. JrJam is now up one game over VickiViper.
Yep. Some excellent stuff right there. Like, just constantly being able to lock them down and pressure them. And the last round was just clinical. Just like hit, orb set, and then catch him out with a quick little 2A jab, as they know Vicky's wanting to be very aggressive on those wake-up options. And then also having the recognition to guarantee that you're getting those better routes from it. Just excellent stuff all across the board. Let's see if Vicky can make those adjustments, see what they need to do to try to beat out the Kane menace that's come out so far.
Well, definitely got to be careful with those projectiles for sure. Vicky does love to go in. I think they've been doing a good job about it so far, but they get hit by one instead. And it's okay. It's all data as we get rev low to knock down Kane, as we get a DP from them instead, actually, to stop it. But another rev low, and this is some pretty big damage you're about to witness.
We're going to see it add up, but JrJam recognizing, like, hey, that dash block reflect shield isn't as real as you make it out to be. We're going to catch you with a little cross-up as well, and just try to reset these orbs as much as possible. Not going to get some, you don't get crazy Oki off him, but it's going to just guarantee you to lock down, force you to respect me. But Vicky says, I only respect the power of dark karate, as we just continue to lock you down, find a great DP right there to actually connect, and one more combo to kill.
That is insane. Yep, respecting the arts of dark karate as well, respecting the damn rule of beating down this menace to society known as Kane, but instead Jam trying to be the menace instead. As we see here with beautiful offense so far, it's got this range game, and Vicky, yep, just block it out. That was good.
Yep. Just go for the JDs, because then that's gonna force JrJam to be scared of, like, oh, am I gonna just get like JD guard cancel and then blown up for this?
And get the health back too, like. With Vicky closing that gap though.
Yeah. Orbs on top of them, but just empty jump sweep right there, gonna be great for them. Throw whiff, but no big punish until the afterwards right here. But JrJam gonna get mental stacked.
Ooh, mental stack no longer as we sit here once again into the zoning category. Nicely done from Vicky to stay alive this far. However, a beautiful confirm into Swar's wave, and now we are over to the corner here. There's Swar's. It's Swar's something, god dang it. But we're seeing this man dead instead. Beautiful from Vicky.
Yep. Excellent stuff from Vicky right there. Quickly, you know, in the time that we played that entire last set, was able to, or that last round, able to close out another round into their favor, tying it up 1-1, showing like, hey, you can zone, you can deal the damage, but you're not. This isn't free. You're gonna have to work for this.
Oh yeah, and Vicky definitely worked their butts off for that one because they did that really good. As soon as they did the just defense on the projectiles, that's when I was like, oh yeah, I can't just do this, huh? I get help back from this.
Yep. And this is also just as a note as well, this is the first time these two players have played in this bracket. They may have found each other in Netplay or whatnot, but this is going to be the last match of the night that has, you know, no previous player knowledge going in from the beginning of it. JrJam dropping that combo. They had been hitting so much throughout the rest of this tournament, and it's going to be very important for Vicky that they drop that combo because now they were able to steal a turn back. EX Fireball going to connect, and JrJam adds a little bit of extra damage off that great conversion.
Beautiful throw as well as we get ourselves a beautiful command throw to go into more EX moves. Beautiful pickup from Vicky. You taught me something new today, and I appreciate it as we are now in the corner with a beautiful DP to get out. Jam on the defense right now. Sky, do something about this because it is astronomically high that you're now down around.
Yeah, they were trying to find the ability to forward roll out of that situation, but Vicky was just playing patient, expecting DP, expecting something to come through, and did a great job of just reacting to the roll and punishing him for it. JrJam, though, doesn't let that get to them, but they will let that rev blow hit.
Yes, sir, and we're about to punish that red blow with a beautiful stand light. However, we are now once again getting a rev blow. And so far, astronomical defense and astronomically high offense as well here.
Yeah, great use of the hyper defense right there, though, to just get the free just defend during the multi-hit.
Jumps in. Oh, what a whip punish.
Yeah, that is big damage, and Vicky does have a lot of meter on deck, so any hit could lead to death, but JrJam lets gets the DP to connect and able to throw on their own. Orb going to be set on top of them. Big orb comes out, we'll do it again. We'll add the damage to go up as much as possible.
No!
But the super doesn't confirm as you are above them. And that's JrJam stealing a round back.
That is insane. And you know, that was a good choice from Jam as well to just jump up and stay. It avoids a good chunk of everything, just basic movement. It's a good tool to use on defense as well. As we see here with another full jump in, close B, nicely done. I'm gonna get that knockdown right here.
Get all that extra damage, yeah, just quick rise into it, but you still have to hold it. Oh, you tried to set an orb. You got greedy with that as Vicky was ready to come in and punish you for that on wake up, and now is up 2-1.
Vicky on a tear right now, and as Vox tells Kane his decision, which you need to tell Kumo to stop saying Kane like Kine, thinking about the Mark of the Wolves announcer. It's where I keep getting that one from.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely back to the match. Solid so far. Vicky making some wonderful adjustments.
Yeah, Vicky has like really adjusted to deal with JrJam's pressure very, very effectively. Coming from the first game, I was like, okay, we got time, we have the download. So, but JrJam was looking very dominant, and a lot of these games have gone close, right? But Vicky's always able to eke out that last round into a way that's their favor. So it'll be interesting to see how JrJam wants to deal with it right here. They're going to try to rev blow, but unfortunately that keeps you too close in that situation. We've seen a couple times. Rev blow going to work out in Vicky's favor as they're finally going for air rev blow. That's something that we haven't seen too much in these in any of these matches in this tournament, really.
Yeah, it would probably help out a lot as well, but what we're getting right now instead is beautiful offense, crazy offense. As a matter of fact, if we bait out the DP with now a dead Jam going down a round for Vicky to sit here on potential set point, unless that tie can be reversed. Yeah. And it's good that you mentioned the air ref blow because it is an armored, it's literally the drive impact of this game, essentially, right? It just in different contexts. Vicky probably understands it, but doesn't want to get too crazy with it, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely not something that you want to like repeat again and again and again. Oh, the rev blow's not going to work out for either player, but Vicky able to steal the turn in that minus frame situation. Sets up the press one more time. JrJam couldn't rev blow or rev defend their way out of it.
And
that's playing very patient.
land some hits as well. 2 rev blows. You're revving up to 86 meters. Don't you dare use it again. With the last shot you have left, you need to have it lost because you're going to get a little too silly. And right now, the only person getting silly here is Kane as we whiff the DP into a beautiful punish. Vicky, potential last legs here as it gets thrown for our troubles. One more shot at life. What's it going to be with command grab? Oh,
yeah. As soon as they go up into the skies, JrJam, that's something JrJam's been doing so well this whole tournament, right? Just constantly sniping people out with EX Fireball to cover both ends of it. But a D shoulder tackle right at the beginning for Vicky, doing a great job to stop some of that early Fireball game. Not able to find the connection though to finish that combo up, so JrJam has to go back to zoning.
Yes, sir, and that's all they can do right now. Vicky's got to block it out as Jam trying to make some here of a comeback. Vicky so close to home, so close, just defending everything, trying to get some health back, and I get it. She's practicing mid-set.
Yeah, like sometimes you gotta go through the just defend training bot right here, but that's also gonna force JrJam to actively have to make a new decision, right? Because if Vicky's just gonna gain health as they're just defending, as they're trying to get that zoning game to go, it forces you to keep that aggression. It forces you to try to put yourself into her game plan, and right now putting yourself in her game plan ends up working out for you. But you are overheated. But it's not gonna matter when you find one more throw. Orb set with EX Orb, but are you gonna blow through it?
No, unfortunately. You're gonna get blown back by the big ball themselves as Jam is now up 2-2, evening the odds with Vicky.
Yeah, tying it up, and as all these matches have shown, it is anyone's game here.
Anyone's game it's when you say it aloud, it's like, man, this definitely could be anyone's game. And you're just like, I don't know who to pick for this one. Like,
yeah,
it's just exciting.
It's so hard to be able to make this kind of decision because these players are like getting deeper not only into how these characters matchups are going, but how these player matchups are going. Like, okay, if Vicky's just gonna like just go for these just defense, then I'm going to like allow her to do it until like it gets to a point where she's getting too predictable on it, right? And then that's where you saw a big punish come through. And here you see even JrJam knowing like, hey, you keep going for these really aggressive route starts at me, I'm just gonna jump over you and then punish you for it, and now lock you down on the corner yet again.
Locked out in the corner, and Vicky finally getting themselves an inversible DP to get away from this corner, but never mind, we're going right back over there where you belong with the throw, kicking you down to the dirt with the Pirates cheering on happily in the background that the Menace box is dead. 7 minutes, round 2 is 60 seconds on the clock. SPG is locked in for both players, and Vicky's using theirs already twice in a row. Up the corner right now with the DP to escape. So far, so good. Like it. Another rev blow, you keep throwing that out right there, and it's just going to be massive.
And we go staggering out. Okay, great rev blow of Vicky's own. Finds a very, very, like, not cross up. But that DP whiffed, and you're in overheat, so this is a very scary situation for your health bar. EX Orb going to end right there, getting the Orb set on their own, but we'll just DP out and say, nah, I'm good. I don't want to hold that.
I'm good. I don't want to do it anymore. Yeah, I'm going to cruise back here, but you can't. Can you just defend? Oh, maybe not. Looks like it's a little bit nervous right here. Vicky is doing the right thing, playing it out and letting that meter just go down and down, evading every projectile they can. Thankfully, they move kind of slow, and they know the trajectory of them, so they don't have to worry. Click the confirm light, but a broken throw. Hit screen once again.
Yeah, but now they have full rev gauge back unavailable to them, and they've even those life bars to actually be in Vicky's favor, no longer JrJam's. JrJam does need to actually, never mind, I lied. Now JrJam can just play it lame, but we got pretty close right there, and you're going to get blown up with the level 2 super. That's going to be Vicky spending that to tie it up 1-1. It is match point.
Ooh, and you know what's crazy? I think level 1 would have also reached her too. Either one probably would have reached, but again, it's the beta. Maybe that'll get changed later on. But what's not getting changed is the fact that Vicky is once again into this situation where rev blow is her only choice of offense right there to escape as we get ourselves a beautiful confirm, but an unfortunate drop. However, Jam taking the advantage of the rev blow trading in their favor, and now it is time to put the hurt on them.
Didn't finish their routing right there, so we'll just have to reset back to the neutral. But now you have a very comfortable life lead. You have a meter lead as well. Your rev gauge is going to be ticking up a little bit more as this pressure keeps going on, and you're going to be thrown into the overheat right at the very end here.
Not looking too comfortable right here. That guard gauge is going down a little bit further. And, you know, something that you also haven't seen after we get ourselves a beautiful punish, but not enough to make it kill, as a DP instead reverses the tide. And we're going to be seeing a not dead VickiViper, but chipping them out with the supers coming through. It was only level 1, though. One more shot left. Crosses up, breaks the guard, and there it is. A dead JrJam. VickiViper 3-2.
Yeah. JrJam was doing such a good job of making that comeback after getting forced into the overheat after that block string, but you just saw they let that guard gauge get ticked.
Honest and play with them, but Vicky got to come back a couple of games right here as we step into the match with Burn Knuckle already sniping her in the face with Vox on lower and lower life.
Oh, yeah, and this is that aggression that Vicky had been doing in all the previous sets, but Barbar is ready for it and ready to deal with it. Catch it with the lows, not going to be able to reset with Crack Shoot right there. We do find the second hit of your target combo right there, but it doesn't get the full connection, and now this gives Vicky a chance to add that damage up. SPG it checked into Barbar, though, and should be able to stay there at this wake-up. Right below in the corner, not going to connect third one.
Oh, and just able to evade the super.
No!
Not the kill, unfortunately, but we take those because we just hop button. That's all you need.
If you had just let that special move, Rocket would have killed, but Barbar wanted to keep the practice going and making sure they had that B&B down, and unfortunately they dropped it. That was a very scary situation.
Sometimes sauce is not always worth it as we get ourselves a nice, lovely confirm into the throw. Corner right now. Nice, good crouch A right there to escape.
Yeah,
deep response.
The good old the crouching light anti-air is always beneficial. But here we go right now. Barbar keeping the pressure going. We're just going to quickly confirm into the Power Geyser to close it out, taking game number 1.
Power Geyser into death. Yep, it's as simple as it gets.
Yeah, if you know the super's going to kill, just do it. Just let it rip. As we, like, Barbar's like, oh, I dropped a combo when I tried to be fancy. Not letting that happen again.
Exactly. Sauce is not always worth it. Unless you're putting them on nuggets, which, hey, sauce on nuggets. When do saucy nuggets?
I'm gonna be real. If I am getting nuggets, I eat them dry most of the time.
You know, I don't blame you. Sometimes they're good just by themselves.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. Honestly, I might just take a page out of your book as we step into the second page of this book here with Barbar up 1 game to Vicky's 0 here. What's gonna be different this match? Let's see.
Yeah, right now Vicky just playing a little bit more defensively, but Barbar immediately recognizing that after the round start and trying to take advantage of that, and so Vicky needs to turn that aggression back on. DPs are whiffing, though, from both sides of the players, and Vicky gonna get the first big punish of it.
And definitely moving us all the way to the corner as well. But Barbar's been in these situations before where they definitely make the offense work in their favor, but 2 just defends and another hot button to once again put Vicky out of SPG Gaze. Strike throw gameplay, tried and true, crosses up. How about you? Not dead just yet, but 7 hits in and you're almost closer and closer to seeing KO on the screen.
Yeah, we'll have to see how they adjust it right here. That's a big counter hit that could go into Vicky's favor, and they don't even need to spend the bar. They're able to just use that rev gauge perfectly to take that round. However, you have to remember Vicky is on the loser side of this, so not only do they need to win 3 rounds in this, they would need to win 3 more rounds or 3 games after this. So they have a lot of work coming up for her. And Barbar right now is trying to just get some download information.
Yeah, it's a lot of data to put in the memory bank, and Barbar is still installing some more as the storage is getting higher and higher, but it's not enough to take them out of the count. You see here, beautiful DP response from Vicky. Stand aggressive with defense, doesn't want to let go as we get up from above. Pressure.
Yeah, found the JD finding these JDs to connect, but not able to make anything big work, and gonna punish with the Power Geyser on the gap right there. That's a ton of damage to quickly even up those life totals. But Vicky with such a good 2-way press right there, knowing that they were just gonna go for something fancy on the run up and able to take that to tie it 1-1.
What you thought was going to be big turned out to be little. Nicely done from Vicky to just respond with a quick crouch light button. It worked out really well in their favor.
Yeah, but it was great. It was great recognition to know that situation because they saw Barbar just run like slightly too far ahead to try to be safe on either like a DP or a mash press, and was looking for like grab or try to catch him out with some fancy overhead. So just a very, very effective jab.
And jabs are still super duper effective. No matter, honestly, that's what I've been relying on a lot with Vox. It's just straight light normals in case I can't really figure out a way to get out. And it never gets old. It's fundamentals for KOF and SNKs in general for my knowledge for the most part.
Yeah, and Vicky using some of those Garo fundamentals right there with the just defend guard cancel and punishing Barbar's initial early rounds there. But Barbar going to make the damage work while they can. Trying to get an SPG gauge down while Vicky keeps trying to go for the just defense. Barbar's been very good at adapting to switch over to the strike throw style game plans.
Yes, sir, and does so with a dive kick to try and get some sorry, but it's not enough. You're gonna find out there's nothing to show for it, as Vicky is now without SPG gauge, getting thrown around. But in response, we're gonna get out of this corner here and stop Terry from doing anything else as we sit here, putting them in slowly into the SPG territory of their health bar. Chipped out, not enough. Oh, yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yep. What more can you do? Round 2, so far so good.
But I love this from Vicky, just like not opting to go for these like super aggressive rounds, so just doing an option that allows them to wait to see what Barbar is going to do. It's not something we've seen them do like through the rest of the tournaments, but that's the kind of adjustment you need to make this grand finals reset possible.
And we're definitely about to make it possible as we go into level 2 right here from Vicky, ending us off with a perfect game. We're gonna get the beautiful fist with the wind behind it. Come on, let me see it. Right in the back, chiropractor.
Yeah, and there we go. That's Vicky now taking the lead in this up 2-1. The Slavomir have to win a whole other set if they're able to secure one more win, but also Barbar, we've seen them make these kind of adaptations and changes before in other tournaments and in other games. They have the ability to make that adjustment. We'll have to see if they can commit to it or Vicky's going to be able to snag the reset.
Making those adaptations are like, and those adjustments, it's insane. It's crazy because 1 minute you lose one round. Some people lose one round and immediately switch up whatever it was they were doing. Barbar has at least 2 more games in them. As we see, we can't connect to our server. Don't worry, SNK loves us too. We definitely see that Barbar can make up some adjustments, and it worked out in that match with Vicky as well, right? We did see something come out from there, different offense, different timings. But
yeah,
versus Vicky, it's tough. She does it at just the same time.
Yeah, Barbar is like a very good like KOF player. It's someone who I've seen like play very, very well. And I know they play Plus R as well. I'm not sure they're like full suite of games that they play. But Vicky has played literally everything. Where they may lack in like some game specific fundamentals, their ability just like of raw fighting game fundamentals and especially tournament history. We were joking about this before the top of the stream, but like I know I swear I feel like the last Evo I saw Vicky tweet something like, "Yep, entered 17 games at Evo or something," and so they play everything and they know how to deal with so many situations and so many different kinds of players. They just have to adjust their game plan to the correspondent version of the game, and it definitely seems like they've got their handle on how they want to be playing in City of the Wolves.
Yep, and the best part about that for Vicky is that, like you said, they could take that anywhere for one, but two, Vicky, the adaptation is just so quick, just snaps onto a second. Oh, I've faced this scenario in that game. Also, 17 games?
Yeah, it was something crazy like that. It was either like Evo 22 or like one of the combo breakers. One of the ones where there's like a billion games that you can sign up for and play.
I think that was combo breaker actually.
Yeah. But hey, like, you know, Vicky's also someone who makes top 3 in a lot of those smaller games, so we get those prize pools adding up to pay back.
You see VickiViper's name in tournament, you're just like, oh, I might be cooked, chat.
But then there's the also of I might be cooked because Vicky decided to DQ from this to focus on another game that they made further on.
Yeah, it's like you gotta do it. We gotta do it them one way or another. You pick your poison wisely now.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, and right now these players are trying their best to get that victory that they need to.
Offense heavy throw. DP response, but again, I got a DP of my own. I'm gonna use it. So far, Vicky not on offense. It's unfortunately on the red zone here, and it's gonna get opened up a little bit more. But Barbar now in that SPG's territory here is gonna be a pretty big difference unless we get to see it. There is no drops though, so we're not seeing it.
Yeah, no SPG as that DP did not connect where they were looking for right there. EX Burn Knuckle into crack shoot stayed safe, but the Hop JD has been a core part of Barbar's game plan to really make a lot of openings work out for them, but these life totals are getting close, and you have to be very, very scared. EX Burn Knuckle, though, has been tried and true for them throughout this tournament and able to take this round.
Beautiful spacing from Barbar as well, just kind of being prepared for that situation as we step into round 2. Want a rev blow from Vicky here, wants to reset that bracket as much as possible, but still gotta kill Terry first before it can work out for that. What's the point here? Offense with a close B, but invincible DP instead as we get ourselves a throw. Barbar's time to shine now.
Yeah, oh, missed the whiff extension right there, but EX Burn Knuckle and EX Crack Shoot is going to work out again to just add that damage up and get the super confirm while you are in SPG. It is something that Barbar's been saving. They want to be able to get that hidden super or only use a super to guarantee the confirmed kill because they need as much damage as possible.
And there's a super from VickiViper, but it's not going to work out, unfortunately. You're going to get punished instead, and because of that, Vicky is now once again down a game, closer but yet further away to the bracket reset that they so desperately want.
And it's also scary as well because this is Barbar now sitting at tournament point on this set, right? So every round gets them closer to just winning it all and saying it's over. So Vicky might be pull some things out of desperation. They might like make some decisions that would be a little, maybe not as expected, but it could work out in their favor. We'll have to see, what their process is. Maybe this round start, they finally go back to that more aggressive style that they had been going for because they've been playing very defensively and it's been working out for them.
And
but
defense is always good.
Yeah, defense is always good, but Barbar might be expecting the defense, so they might try to catch the aggression of their own, right? Like you could see EX Burn Knuckle try to come through, but if Vicky goes for that Rev Blow round start that they've been going for a couple times, it may work out. And we do see that them going for a dash block, but Barbar wanting to be aggressive, and it ends up going into Barbar's favor this time.
Yep, and now we're at the corner. It's still working in Barbar's favor as they get a throw. Got a lot of advantage here. Positive momentum, as a matter of fact. We're going to back off and get ourselves a beautiful DP break into a full combo right here. No meter to cash out, but the rev meter is now at 70%. One more throw and perfect game, as a matter of fact. Goddamn, Barbar is now sitting on a very, very close tournament point set and match.
And a very comfortable, right? Like you just got a perfect versus somebody right before the tournament point. After losing 2 rounds before them, getting your 1 round comeback, you're like, okay, I have the read. I know what you want to do. And now you're catching them up with these empty lows right here. Now, whiff button was a little weird, but that cross
kind of jank. Oh, don't let it be a double perfect, please. Not like this, Your Honor. No way. And that is it. Double perfect game in a row for Barbar 12. This is now your wonderful City of the Wolves beta bracket champion over here at Super Combo. And man, that was definitely a game to watch.
Yeah, that was a fantastic. It was so back and forth. Like right up until the very end, it was like, oh god, I have no idea who's gonna take it. But Barbar just had the confidence going, and like we were saying before, that Vicky's going to try to do something a little desperate to try to guarantee that reset to give themselves more chances. And Barbar just fully capitalized on that with the classic, relentless pressure that they had been bringing with Terry throughout this entire tournament so far.